Right guys, so I'm currently doing the edit for the wedding footage. I wanted to show you why I do certain tricks and in which order and so on and so on for a gig. Now, the first trick you're about to see is my 6 card selection. Now this is quite a long trick. This is like 6 or 7 minutes to open. So when I get there, this is the first thing I do. Now the reason I do this, most magicians will tell you to do a short, sharp, snappy trick to let them know you're the magician straight away, and I can sort of see the sense in that. But for me, I like to get my personality out first. I like to spend 2 or 3 minutes talking with them, getting to know them, getting to know the names, having a bit of banter, whilst they're doing the choosing of the 6 cards and putting the 6 cards back. So I literally, at the beginning of the thing, I've got 3 or 4 minutes where no magic happens at all, but I'm using the fact that I like to converse, I want them to like me and then like my magic. What I'll do is I'll show you from when I start doing the revelations of the cards. Now you'll see that people that I'm doing the trick on are still completely engaged in the trick despite the fact nothing's happened for the first 3 or 4 minutes. They're in, they're watching, they want to be part of it because they're invested in me, not the trick. That's the plan, and it's really good fun. So here it is, enjoy.
That wasn't. I love our game. Yeah, what? Yeah. Take it out. It's gone. Yeah, come on. Is that yours? Yeah, it is. I reckon I'm the
Okay, so you see what I mean? The 6 card selection was great fun. I then follow this, whenever I'm doing a big crowd like that at the first, I go from using lots and lots of people to using one person and putting the cards away. So invariably I'll follow up the 6 card selection with the coin in the hand, so the 50-50 kind of choice of reading the person, figuring out which hand the coin's in. It's a lovely routine, it focuses on one person, and people, like I say, are invested at this point. You got a credit to Darren Brown, he came up with that lovely sort of premise and patter. Here it is, I hope you enjoy it.
Put it into either hand. Now, as a bloke, there'll be the urge to put it in your back pocket and go, yeah, got ya. Ignore that urge, alright? It just fucks me off, basically. Alright, so when you're ready, you're going to bring your hands out like this. Now I'm going to move you about and try and get you to tell me where it is. Don't tell me. You do that. If I do this with your hands, turn around. Right, put your hands out. Alright, so I'll tell you what I'm doing as well. I'll show you how I'm getting the information. Oh, hello. If he likes me, I'll be... No, just come back here. Now, that was the moment I needed. When he laughed, he actually laughed and pulled his head that way, away from where the money was, because he didn't want to give it away. If he'd laughed that way, he'd have been pointing towards the money, so hands in there. Yeah, so do it again. Try not to give it away this time. By the way, when you mix them up this time, you're going to want to put it in there, realise way too obvious, and keep it in that hand. And even I told you that, you're going to keep it in that hand. Don't step back and go, like, don't be surprised, you'll just go something. Now I said to you, you would not be able to let it go from this hand, and you'd not get that really obvious when you do, right? I said you leave it here. So to put it there would be dumb.
Yeah, really dumb.
So you've got to swap. Yeah, so go again, go again. My mum also hates me, don't panic, it's your turn. And he does. So this time I'll make it a little bit different, give you a chance to come out. When you bring your hands out, you can either do this or this. It's up to you. And also, bear in mind, you're going to pattern it from there to there. You've got to break it at some point, you've got to break it at some point. You're ready like this. Okay, when you got here, it's behind you, this high. Yeah. So 2 things I told him would happen. 1, he would go from here to here, back to here. That's pretty cool. And also, you can find the picture. Yes, back goes about 2 more to go. I think it's over like £100,000. One check a million. This was the last 2 when I really wanted to grab off. Alright, so when you have this in one hand, you can bring out one hand or the other. You can bring out your ball. Now, we're in a position here exactly the same as last time. You've got a high hand and a high hand. You wouldn't put it out here, and also you went here, here, here. You've got to put it back over there because I said to break it off. There, yeah. So the last one has to go over here. It's in the spot at the time. Now, I said that you have to wait here. So you've got to triple up. One second, just like, I'll put this my eyes shut. That's all. Look at my eyes shut. Do it by your voice. Put your hands up, let me go around. I think you'll get to know you really well, so let me know when your hands are out there. Okay, so listen, I'm going to say to you, if here, you'll say yes, if here, you'll say yes. You won't type yes. I'm going to do it live on the video. Say it quite loud with you, alright? So is it here? Who's the here? This guy is the here. Here? Not here. Not here? Yes.
Okay, so those first 2 tricks were outside, and I purposely went outside because it's quite a noisy room. So it's a very manor barn in Bexhill. It's a wonderfully sort of cosy venue. It really is nice, beautiful gardens, but there's not a lot of room inside to get away from the noise. This is Andy's son. What we did was he asked me to do a few tricks for him, so I'm just kind of jamming with the tricks I'm doing here. So when I'm inside, it's a case of just freestyling with the cards a little bit, take a card out, and let's see where it goes from here. So enjoy. This is me just jamming with the cards with Andy's son, his friend, and a guy who lent us his £20 note. Thanks for that, by the way.
Can I just pause it right there just for a second? I'm not a man that does a pass, but please, check out this pass. Woohoo! Yeah. Don't worry, it's not on the Queen's basically. Now what we're doing is we're doing like this, you never know, right? So what you're doing is half up. Now, do you ever travel? Do you travel much? Halfway right away to Canada. It's a beautiful place. Once you go to Canada, you go straight down to the way. Your F's on there in BG. You do it, you need it there, you need it there. Is that you? Nice, nice,
Okay, now to my favourite routine. So this is something I do all the time. This is my ambitious card routine. Again, I came out of the main room to do this because there's a bit of talking involved and people would need to know what's going on, so I couldn't do it in the noise of the main room. There was a caricaturist doing a wonderful job outside, so I kind of jumped on the queue that we're waiting to get with him. Didn't jump on him, obviously. I just went up and did some magic for them, but they were sort of in one place. They could hear me, they could see me. So I will show you now my ambitious card routine, which is my favourite, as you know. So enjoy.
As you're so drunk, I'm going to do an observation test. I've already got it. Good. Right, hold your hand up. How's it go? There are no trick questions. 1, 2, 3, 4. The black 9 is the 9 of clubs. Hand up. You really did have this. It wasn't a quote. The red 9 was the 9 of clubs. Very good. Which means, by definition, you know what the other two are already. They were queens. Queens. Yeah. These are cool parts. See the queens. If I do this, you see the moment I took the 9s out of your hand. You see them in your hands. That's a cool part. I will never leave you. You act like that. This is my favourite trick of all time.
We can get her to shuffle.
Oh, you look like a shuffle.
She can shuffle cards.
Come down. Wait. You're going to get you shuffled. Do you the table or are you going to get there?
No.
Skills. Nice.
No, you do it better than that. I can, but I can't.
Have a table. It might be thinking of a table. Yeah. Skill. That makes me warm. Deep down. I can do this one. This is what I can do. Okay, so what normally happens is you choose one of my five. It gets kind of boring, right? So which one do you want?
Unicorns.
Unicorn, nice. That's for you. That's not a trick, oh wait, it's better. Could you write your name? In one of the borders, either edge, I don't know which one it is. What this does, it elevates it. It stops me having another Queen of Hearts. Anything like yours.
It ends up in your pocket.
Now logic tells you 1 or 250, but obviously I'm not putting that in the middle. More like I'm not putting it in the middle, so I'll make it as fair as I can, Jane. Is that definitely you're writing on the card? Yeah. Is that definitely about, I would say halfway? I'll make it halfway. Yeah, about halfway? Yeah. I need to play with that, you know it's not here. Fair and square? Yeah. Snap again. Drop. Now's where this one will freak me out, so I'll make it really fair. If I bend it across your card, and you now see the drop on the line. See the bend? Just snap one last time. Watch that bend, okay? Look at the bend. You see that? Now we'll make it interesting now. Which is a word. The other half is this. Now we just got to make it work.
Right, make it work.
Exactly, yeah, this is exactly that. So let's make this interesting. Say stop whenever you like. Take the card out and don't look at it. You look at it, pre-swap out things like that, right? So don't do it. As much as I want that, don't do it. Hold that hand, Jack. Get rid of this. The reason I'm getting rid of this is if I take out the Bellars bank, she goes mental. Listen to me. I'll leave this here, squeeze. Take out over. If I try and get in there, Jake, which I'm gonna, and you catch me, which you won't if you do, punch me in the face. If you feel bad about it, punch that kid, right? Do what you gotta do. Here's the deal. Now he's safe, he's just gonna hit me. Which one have you got? Fast or slow? I'll let you choose how I do it. I won't move. Fast or slow? Jake, yours. Wait, yours was to 10 o'clock. Look in your hand. I'll get rid of those for you. That's yours, Jane. Hold it your hand, Molly. These are your pieces. Squeeze as tight as you can. Squeeze this. What's your name? You've got a punch. I think you might. You've got to look at that. Jane, you've got the cards still? Now, there was this thing about, have we met before, one?
No.
I'll get nature on it. Guys, no, seriously.
No, it doesn't look like that.
That's what it is. A few years ago, didn't it? Here's the deal, right? You said about getting the card into her pocket. Yeah. You get the card in the pocket, it's not that impressive because it's just in the pocket, right? So look. In here, I've had this ages. Not her, but no, mate, it's in here. I've had this ages. In my wallet. James.
Oh wait, fucking hell!
Well, watch your back. Give me that one last time. And this is the one we're going to take it out. You hand over to me. In case you're wondering about the 10 of clubs that's torn up inside her hand, that's obviously now back together. And when I'm leaving a gig, this was the last trick I did, I always let them find out the fact that it's come back together in their own time once I've already left. It's a great talking point, and I recommend you do it too. And lastly, I'm going to show you how there are certain tricks I use that allow me to go into other routines if the situation arises. So, for example, I've got Nestor Wallets by Nick Einhorn, which I think is a wonderful routine. And I keep this, I don't use it like every table, I don't do it, I do it when the moment's right. And the moment was perfect here because the lady was wearing a watch that I definitely wanted to take off. So I did. So I used the Nick Einhorn routine as a way of getting their minds completely based on the coin, which allowed me to do, which was in fairness quite a rough watch deal. Normally they come off quite smoothly, but hers had a catch that got caught. So you can see me having a little tug on it, but she's so invested in the coin by now that I was able to get the watch off. And I hope you enjoyed the method that I've got, the presentation, shall I say, of giving the watch back. It really, there's a real visual and visceral feeling that the watch did travel around all the arms and land on mine. This is Nick Einhorn's Nestor Wallets, which leads into my watch deal, which also leads into my handling of PK time. Now, when I'm finishing a gig, I always finish with PK time because it is one of the strongest routines that I know and that I do, and I'm a really big fan of it. So this is how I sort of, towards the end of a gig, wrap up with this sort of magic. Enjoy. What are your initials? What are your initials?
DW.
TW.
DW.
C.
D.
I've got big ears, I don't work very well. I've got a W on the other side. Now I hate coin magic. Genuinely hate it. So I don't like coin magic that much. Alright, I'll tell you why. If I take the coin, I place it in my hand, I squeeze. inside of one, inside of one, inside of one. Can you see the camera? Can you see what's in there? An envelope. Can you see it? It's an envelope. See it's all sealed up all the way round. Can you feel what's in there? Have a feel. What does it feel like? Right, just hold your hand like this. The camera can see it's all clear. Just tear this open. In the envelope. Is that TW? W? Jump back again, open this up. Jump twice. In. Coming up at 10 past 9? Yep. 10 past 9. Is that a lot of watch on the phone? How bad have you got a watch? 10 past 9? 10 past 9. 10 past 9. Tim can see it as well. 10 past 9? Yeah. I'm not going to pull this button out. I'm not going to twist this. Hold your hand like this. Squeeze your hand around the watch. Turn your hand over. Show the camera your watch if you can. Yeah, take it off. That'll be easy. Okay, this is about imagination, alright? Okay. So you guys can see I do it down here. If I did this, nothing happened. In your head, you sort of imagine you go the half half. Right? Yeah. If I go around here, you see it's going to quarter two. Yeah. How to go around this? I want one of you to call out the word stop.
Stop.
There? What time do you make that? 10. Is that clear? Yeah. Alright, hold this. 10. Hold it. 10. I'll try to quick as I can. Ready? Now bear in mind, 10% you gave me half to the whole.
Absolutely brilliant.
Alright, so there we have it. That's the gig footage. Just to recap what I was trying to get at over the whole video. When I start with a lengthy trick which allows me to interact with 6 people at the same time. Okay, so it's done on purpose. Get your personality out there first, and then they're invested in you. Once they're invested in you, they will be invested in your magic. Also, another good tip is always start with your strongest trick. People say save your strongest trick to the end, but if you start with your strongest trick, people will give more credit to the tricks that follow. They'll react stronger to tricks that maybe aren't quite as good that lead after that. So open strong, open really, really strong, and everything else will seem stronger afterwards. And yeah, finish on something that is absolutely your favourite thing in the world that you don't always do. Finish on something that will leave them talking. In my case, it's to watch still followed by PK time, but find your own ending and leave them with something to talk about. So that's it. Enjoy. If you get out there and gigging, get involved. Try to use your brain in terms of what tricks work well in which conditions. Visual tricks in noisy conditions, obviously. But you'll find your own way. This is my way of performing, and I hope you guys enjoyed seeing a little bit into my performance life. Until the next one, peace off.
Have my watch on, right? Next thing, he has the watch off in his hand, and I never felt a thing. Absolutely amazing. Absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Super impressed.